Shabbat Shalom, YouTubers. Coming to you guys again because I have had this on my mind. I've been wanting to make a video for a while, but time and life and work and everything else has been coming up. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys today about Torah and debate. I've had a friend of mine who has not been very accepting of my change, which we've kind of not talked about religious theology. Anyway, I was at work the other day, sat down, we both had lunch at the same time, kind of throwing some ideas back and forth. And I don't even remember now starting off how the conversation went, but it got into as far as being under the law and different subjects, and basically I was accused of taking things out of context, and what I was explaining is that every verse that I've used is being in context, because of course the first verse that is used is that we're not under the law, which what I explained to that person is that when you look at that in context, it says that we're not under the law as far as sin and grace per context. It never says in there that we should not follow the law, which I understood this person's point as far as that we can become so Torah-based, like the Jews, that we can lose our focus on Yeshua, we can lose our focus on God, because we're more focused on trying to obey, and it becomes a burden rather than a blessing. But anyway, as far as with Torah, the thing that I think of is that 1 Peter 3:15, to be able to always be ready to give an answer to every man for the hope that is in you. And I paraphrase a lot of mine. So anyway, never be afraid to give an answer when somebody may ask why, which one of the points in my conversation is I told him that I'm not a Christian, quote unquote, and it was just like I had run over his dog. And he said, why would you say that? And I said, well, as far as with my beliefs at this point, I don't conform to Christianity. As far as Christianity teaches the rapture, they teach hellfire. And to me, those are Christian doctrines that have been grafted in, quote unquote, through church history. But long story short, the point of the video is that we should always be able to explain what we believe, why we believe it, in a calm manner, because that's something else that I've noticed. My in-laws are Jehovah's Witnesses, and sometimes when I try to talk to my father-in-law, he doesn't talk to me anymore because he's the one that gets mad. And in some of the conversations that I've had, it's usually the other person getting mad. I'm the kind of person that I am glad to share anything that I know with someone, and if I'm wrong on something, that's fine, I'll admit that. But number one, you have to have a scripture to back it up. Why you believe what you believe, and in context. You can't just use one random scripture and then run with it. But yeah, I could go on longer about that, but there are going to be more videos coming along the way. I wanted to say that I picked up some cool books at a local bookstore. The first one was A. Cohen, Everyman's Talmud. Cool little book. And I've got to get more because apparently the bookstore that I go to is shutting down, so I need to get as many as I can. And the second one is Basic Jewish Beliefs, Questions and Answers About Basic Concepts of Judaism, by Lewis and Rebecca Barish. That's another one. So, and I was going to say the summary of that conversation basically ended is that he thought I was a heretic, and he would like to speak to me in regards to some of this. So eventually I figure me and him will have a small quote-unquote debate. I don't wish to win the battle. I don't wish to quote-unquote win the war. I just wish to exemplify and glorify Yeshua and let him understand where I'm coming from. Because I've been in church, I've went through that whole song and dance, and the more that I walk in Torah, the more that I feel that I'm closer to Yeshua, because I see as far as what he went through, what he did, customs and things in the Bible that I read before didn't make sense, now do. But once again, it's about relationship and not about religion. But like I said, it's just a heads up. I wanted to give you guys what was going on. Talk to you later. Shabbat Shalom.